Why does a hung jury mean a retrial? Imagine sitting in a courtroom waiting for a verdict that could change someone's life forever. Suddenly, the jury can't agree on whether the defendant is guilty or not. What happens next? Well, that's where the idea of a hung jury comes into play. A hung jury happens when the jury cannot reach a unanimous decision on the defendant's guilt or innocence beyond a reasonable doubt. In criminal cases, all jurors must agree to find someone guilty or not guilty. If even one juror disagrees, the jury is considered deadlocked or hung. This deadlock means they cannot deliver a final verdict. When this happens, the judge will declare a mistrial. A mistrial is a legal term meaning the trial is invalid because the jury could not agree. It does not mean the defendant is guilty or innocent. Instead, it leaves the case unresolved. The court then has to decide what to do next. Most of the time, the prosecution has the option to request a new trial. Since the original case did not produce a clear verdict, the case can be tried again with a new jury. This is allowed because the principle of double jeopardy, which protects against being tried twice for the same crime, does not apply in cases where a mistrial is declared due to a hung jury. For the defense, a hung jury can be a sign that the prosecution's case has weaknesses. It shows that not all jurors were convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. However, it also means the defendant faces the possibility of another trial, which can be stressful and costly. So, in simple terms, a hung jury means a retrial because the jury could not decide on guilt or innocence. Without a final verdict, the case must be tried again to reach a conclusive decision. This process helps ensure fairness, giving the prosecution another chance to prove their case and the defendant a fair shot at justice.